Hello and welcome to Shelby This Week. We're covering news from around Shelby Township and all over Macomb County. Big changes are coming. Find out what plans the Board of Trustees are exploring for the community center and how you can get your voice heard. And paying for email. We've got information on a new scam that's out there that's posing as a major company. But first, one man is dead and his friend behind bars accused of stabbing the man during a fight. 26-year-old Gerald Boozer Brown is accused of stabbing and killing his roommate, 21-year-old Brian Shepard, inside their Northport apartment in Macomb Township. In court, he learned of the second-degree homicide charge against him and a charge of interfering with a crime report. He was visibly emotional about the ordeal.
That you did with intent to kill, or to do great bodily harm, or to act in wanton and willful disregard of the likelihood that the natural tendency of said act would cause death or great bodily harm, kill and murder one Brian Shepard, said act committed without premeditation or deliberation. That is a felony punishable by up to life in prison or any term of years.
During the fight between the two men, Shepard attempted to get his cell phone, but Boozer Brown allegedly stopped him from calling for help. It's not clear yet what caused the fight, but if convicted, Boozer Brown will face life in prison. He remains in Macomb County Jail and will be back in court later this month. The race to the White House is heating up as candidates start campaigning in our state, and Macomb County could play a major role in the Michigan primary. And Charlie Cadado is here to tell us about one candidate who's hoping to get a head start.
Yep, Kelly, Ohio Governor John Kasich knows how important Michigan could be. Some political pundits suggest if Kasich doesn't do well here, he's out of the race. So even though other primaries may come first, Kasich is making our state a priority.
I got to do well up here.
John Kasich is hoping Michigan will bring him luck. He's struggling in the polls, but the Ohio governor wants to appeal to moderate voters, and Michigan could be the right place.
Macomb County, Michigan, we're a hard-working state where this is a hard-working county, and he seems like a really hard-working guy.
Linda Bernstorp is the chairperson of the Macomb County Republican Party.
Mr. Governor.
She says Kasich is the first candidate to come through their Utica office. And Kasich needs all the help he can get. In New Hampshire, he did more than 100 town halls, and it proved to be a successful strategy. There, he took second place. Donald Trump was on top.
I think he's the best man the Republicans got. He don't fly off the handle like the other guys do, like Trump.
And that's what supporters say have them interested. Kasich tends to stay away from attacks.
We'll see what happens. I'm going to try to stay on the positive side of the street, and hopefully we can keep it up.
Michigan's primary is important. It has 59 Republican delegates up for grabs. That's the third biggest number behind Georgia and Texas through March 8. And Macomb County could mean a lot.
It's a bellwether county. How Macomb County goes the state. And we have 100,000 Republican primary voters.
So Charlie, when is Governor Kasich coming back to Michigan?
Well, there is a big debate in early March, and also his campaign tells me we can expect more visits from him in the near future as he tries to gain ground here.
And we'll keep up with that on our Facebook page. Yeah. Now, sticking to politics, the recent death of Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia has caused national controversy. What's the latest on that?
Well, not much. President Obama said he plans to find a replacement, but Republicans want to wait until after the election. Scalia is the first Italian-American justice to serve the Supreme Court, and keeping it local, Macomb County is, of course, home to a large Italian-American community. So as you can expect, several local leaders had reaction to his death.
Being an Italian-American myself, I was very proud to see him in that seat.
He was a man of passion, but he was a man of courage, a man that stepped out, didn't fear the edge, went to the edge. The opportunity lies itself for this president that's basically lame duck, but why don't we wait?
I think it's important that we take our time with this one because it is such an important role.
Scalia was 79 years old.
All right, thanks, Charlie. He's one of the 2 surviving teens in the Stony Creek car crash that killed 3, and now he could see a separate minor in possession charge dropped. Gregory Bobcheck of Shelby Township pled no contest to a minor in possession charge in exchange for dismissal of a second charge of allowing an intoxicated person to drive. This is relating to the May 2015 crash. So in 6 months, Bobcheck's MIP from a party 2 months after the crash will be dismissed if he complies with probation. This includes random drug and alcohol testing and treatment appointments. If he violates this, Bobcheck will have 2 more years of probation, and the conviction will stay on his public record. The other survivor, Joseph Nara, received a similar but lenient sentence for the crash. The judge told Bobcheck, "It's time to move forward, but to be careful about who he's hanging around with." A Shelby Township attorney is looking to replace a well-known Macomb County Circuit Court judge. 32-year-old Gary Kennedy II is throwing his hat in the ring to join the bench. He's specifically applying for Judge Mary Charnowski's seat, who will vacate in June when she takes a job as federal administrative law judge. Kennedy has operated Kennedy Law Office for the past 5 years. There's 3 available seats and 5 candidates so far. Judge Charnowski's term will expire at the end of this year, but whoever gets it now can run as an incumbent in August. The deadline for candidate applications is April 19th. While it may be in the planning stages, changes are coming to Shelby Township Community Center. Several options are under review by the Board of Trustees, but the need for space is officially being addressed. A Shelby Township resident suggested using the vacant Ewell Elementary School as the new community center. The court would stay put in the current building, and the library, senior center, and us here at Shelby TV could relocate. Right now, several different plans are up for discussion, and the board wants to hear from those who will be affected by the changes. There will be 3 town hall meetings later this month and in March. Head to our Shelby TV Facebook page for more information. You hear about phone scams on a regular basis, but we want you to know about another scam going on that hit right here at Shelby TV. Our executive producer was trying to log into her Yahoo email account, but her password wasn't working. When she tried to answer her security question, it said she was locked out and had to call a service number. While on the phone with who she thought was customer service, they said she had to pay $100 to get back into her own email account. So we took to Twitter to mainly complain. Yahoo responded within minutes, saying it was a scammer. There are ways to prevent yourself from falling victim to these scams. First, if something seems suspicious, trust your gut. Do some research, and that could mean posting to social media to find out if anyone else has seen the scam or to talk to the company in a quick and direct manner. Second, don't get pressured into providing personal information. If someone asks you for a credit card number over the phone, that's when you know they aren't legitimate. And you can always report a scam to the Federal Trade Commission. Coming up, new stadium, check. New names, check. And now coaches, check. We've got new information on the semi-pro baseball stadium coming to Macomb County. And if you love animals and want to work in the new Penguin Conservation Center at the Detroit Zoo, find out how you can volunteer to be part of the Vitamin Z team. It's all coming up.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Through the help of the AARP volunteers, the Shelby Township Senior Center is offering free tax preparation. The free tax sessions will be held on Mondays between February 1st and April 11th at the Shelby Township Senior Center. Appointments must be made as no walk-ins will be seen. A copy of last year's tax return, Social Security cards, and valid photo IDs for everyone on the return is required. Income, expense, Social Security, and health documents are also recommended, so call ahead for more information. Dial 739-7540 for an appointment.
Welcome back. Nick Buckler joins us in studio for some information for all drivers.
That's right, Kelly. State Representative Peter Lucido introduced 3 bills to the House that would affect all motorists in the state of Michigan. Upwards of 1.4 million people in Michigan operate a vehicle without insurance each day.
So there's 2, like a left and a right hand, under the code that says if your insurance is expired, if your insurance is lapsed, or you never had insurance, you're you're presumed to have committed a misdemeanor, the officer should lock you up and bring you to jail because it's a misdemeanor committed in his presence, and you should post a bond. Those are all shoulds. That's not what's happening in the real world.
What is happening is police write the uninsured driver a ticket, tell them to go get insurance, and bring the proof of such insurance to the court. And more importantly, they are left to drive away still without insurance on their vehicle. Representative Lucido's proposed bill would get uninsured vehicles off of the road. If a driver is caught driving without insurance, they would be ticketed, their car would be impounded, and license plate would be terminated, requiring the driver to obtain insurance and purchase another license plate. As of now, every insured driver has a fee on their policy for uninsured drivers, meaning they pay for uninsured drivers to continue to drive. But with insurance rates being so high in Michigan, many people can't afford it. And by punishing uninsured drivers who may not be able to afford car insurance, some Democratic lawmakers are arguing that this bill is criminalizing poverty.
If people have laws, the laws are supposed to be obeyed. If people don't obey the laws, you have chaos. And people that make those kind of statements, it's either because they don't want to pay, it's either because they don't care to obey the law, or for other various reasons. Laws are made to protect not only the impoverished, but also middle class and upper class. Without obeying the laws, none of us would know what certainty is. It's certainty when you obey the law.
If this bill were to be passed, it would lower the cost of insurance rates across the state. With 20% of Michigan drivers not paying for insurance, even to get half of them to get a minimal PLPD policy, it would help everyone's cost as well as keep uninsured vehicles off of the road. However, this bill didn't receive tremendous support from representatives, as they stated it seems too over the top and punishes those with a low income.
Nick, does this lack of support mean it's all done?
Not at all. Representative Lucido told me exclusively that he wants to make a difference in the community as well as the state, and he's going to go back to the drawing board to draft a bill similar to this one that would get passed.
All right, thanks, Nick. We already know the names of the mascots and teams that will be playing at the new Utica Semi-Pro Baseball Stadium, and now we officially have the names of the coaches as well. This is footage of the stadium right now as it's being built. Greg Grawl will be the coach of the Utica Unicorns. Gralls was a longtime minor league coach and former consultant for the Major League from 2004 to 2006. For the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, Chris Newell will be coaching the team. Newell was a minor league player and former assistant coach at Oakland University. And Paul Noche will coach the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. Noche was the former manager for the Pittsburgh Pirates and the former head baseball coach at Hillsdale College. The 2,000-seat stadium, named Jimmy John's Field, is scheduled to open in June, just in time for everyone to catch a summer game. Not many people love winter and snow, but how can you not love this weather at the Utica Ice Festival? This year's Ice Fest was held outside City Hall, where there was music from local bands, ice sculptures, ice carving contests, and skating and ice hockey. The event continues to be a successful one every winter, and committee members are even thinking about next year's.
3, 2, 1! This is all about our beautiful historic downtown Utica. This is our 10th annual Ice Festival. Don't know what you are. We're hoping in the future with our partnership that maybe next year we'll have that Ice Festival in the baseball stadium. That would be cool.
Residents from all over Macomb County also gathered to watch the fireworks show, even in the negative-degree winter weather. And a group of local ice artists are preparing for a big trip to Alaska. They will head to Fairbanks to compete in the World Ice Art Championships. The competition attracts 45,000 visitors around the world, and 70 teams will compete for a chance to win big awards. These Shelby Township artists come from Finesse Ice, a local ice carving business. Good luck to them. A local brewery is opening a brand new and much bigger location. The family-owned Coonan Brewing Company is opening a new location on Groesbeck in Clinton Township. Brothers Brett and Eric Coonan have worked for more than 2 years to expand the business. The 280-seat tap room has a full kitchen, house-made beer, wine, mead, and distilled spirits. And it brought jobs to Macomb County. Coonan's now employs 95 hourly workers and 10 salaried workers. The original location in Warren will remain open, just on a smaller scale. Doors will officially open on Monday, February 29th. The Detroit Zoo is looking for volunteers who are passionate about penguins. The Polk Penguin Conservation Center is expected to open in April, and now they're looking for volunteers 18 years and older to lend a hand at the facility. No prior experience necessary. The volunteers will also be used at other exhibits like the Arctic Ring of Life. The first orientation session will be held on Saturday, March 9th, and advance registration is required. There's also a team program for volunteers and counselor and training programs as well. The new Penguin Center will be the largest one in the world when it opens. For more information on all of the volunteers needed, head to our Shelby TV Facebook page. And the Macomb County Board of Commissioners wants to honor those who make public service and volunteering a priority in life. The board will recognize more than 70 outstanding volunteers on April 21st for National Volunteer Month. To be eligible, candidates must either live in Macomb County or do volunteer work within Macomb County, and they must have at least 150 hours of service in 2015. For more information on how to nominate someone, head to macombgov.org. Applications are due March 4th. Still ahead, 100% all natural. We'll tell you about a local farmer's market that might make you want to skip Kroger this weekend. And a mac and cheese from a founding father. Find out who brought the cheesy dish to America in our Did You Know segment.
Hey, I'm Tyler Perry. Do you know what hunger in America looks like? Well, it has many faces, and 16 million of those belong to children. Yet billions of pounds of food go to waste each year, and this is unacceptable. You can be a part of the solution. Join us in supporting the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks, which rescues our surplus foods and provides meals to many families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org today. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Instead of heading to Kroger this weekend for some bread or some cookies, why not try someplace new? Rain or shine, snow or wind, even in the coldest of temperatures, the Shelby Township Farmers Market goes on all year round. Inside one of the buildings at the Packard Proving Ground, people in the community rush in and out to purchase items from a group of Amish farmers from Mayo, Michigan.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, let's see. I got chicken, honey, and maple syrup, and bread, and eggs. This is all natural food. It's grass-fed. It's the normal free-range chicken. So everything is there. It's all natural, and it's healthy, much healthier.
All of their products are organically raised with no artificial fertilizers. All of the beef is 100% grass-fed as well. And they take pride in what they do.
And the reason we came here is because we were trying to expand the Amish market for their products into southeastern Michigan, and we discovered that Shelby would be a good way to do that. Well, people come here with their children, they come here with their parents and their grandparents. The older people remember how it used to be when they grew up as a child. The way and the kindness and the thought that goes into growing the products and raising the animals is not something you can buy in a store.
The Shelby Township Farmers Market is every Saturday from 10 to 2, and you're going to find products you won't find anywhere else. From fresh eggs, bread, and milk to the maple syrup and honey. Just like all of their regular customers, you'll be going back every Saturday for more. If you love macaroni and cheese, you have the third president of the United States to thank. Thomas Jefferson had many accomplishments: founding father, co-author of the Declaration of Independence, presidency. But did you know Jefferson also brought mac and cheese to America? After serving as the ambassador to France in the late 1700s, Jefferson had an appreciation of all things European. And when he became president, he served mac and cheese at the state dinner in 1802, bringing his love for food to the White House. And this delicious mac and cheese is from Shelby Township's own Brads BBQ on 23 Mile Road. This dish is a favorite, served on the side of a rack of ribs. And the chefs don't mind making it because they know how important the cheesy dish is.
Everybody knows, mac and cheese is one of those things that are like life-altering things, and we truly believe that ours is one of those things. It's one of those things that it's the consistency is when you dig into our mac and cheese with a fork, you pull it up, you can just see the cheese oozing down. We put breadcrumbs on the top, so you get this crunchy top. So you got this. It's all you're hitting multiple levels of flavors. You got the crunch on the top, you got the creaminess of the cheese, you get the sharpness of the cheddar. There's just so many things happening. It's like almost like umami, like the Japanese things. All these senses are coming into play, and that's what's kind of happening.
Shelby TV learned all about how they make their special macaroni and cheese at Brads BBQ. To watch the entire kitchen experience, head to our Shelby TV Facebook page. And that's it for us at Shelby this week. You can watch us all the time at shelbytv.org. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. And we'll leave you with more scenes from Utica's Ice Fest. Thanks for watching.